Hello everyone, welcome back to Brightbots. Well, it's that time of the season. It's the final fight card of the season. We have a bunch of really intense matchups and a lot is on the line tonight. Tournament spots could be made or broken, and tonight we're going to find out who's getting in the tournament and who's going to have to battle their way through the Desperado. Well, for our main event, it's a battle between our two most dominant bots to this point, Corrosive and Valentine's Day Massacre. Both have had dominant victories over good bots, and both have just steamrolled every single bot they have fought to this point. So, the winner of that fight's more than likely going to be the number one overall seed. And we have a bunch of other fights tonight that are going to be really important. Effigy versus Exoskeleton, in Ace 5 versus Radio Wave, Draconis versus Jaguar, all very important fights. But our first fight's going to be Burnout versus Anubis. Let's get into that one right now. For our first fight of the night, it's between two bots that have had not the best season, even though they were favorites going into it. Burnout and Anubis. Anubis, our defending champ, coming in after two straight losses to Corrosive and Exoskeleton, respectively. Both of these spots have a loss to Exoskeleton and a win over Radio Wave. The only difference is one loss to VDM and the other loss to Corrosive. This fight could go either way, though I think it's going to come down to the low ground here. This is a big fight because the winner most likely gets into the bracket. The loser is more than likely going to have to fight through the Desperado. So let's see how it plays out. All right, here we go. Let the bot battle begin. Anubis getting up to speed. They meet in the middle, and Anubis already flipping Burnout over. Self-right, but Anubis is right back on Burnout. Anubis staying on Burnout really well right now. Now pushing towards the wall. Flip, and Anubis gets another shot. Anubis getting to the side right now. Backing up, gets another hit. Well, only 30 seconds in, so far it's been all Anubis, and there's another big shot. Anubis, oh, misflip by Burnout, and Anubis capitalizes on the mistake. Anubis, misflip by Burnout there. Burnout needs to start making a comeback now. There's another nice shot. And another. Oh my goodness, Anubis. Anubis just dominating to this point. And another very impressive start from Anubis so far. Big flip there from Burnout. That's the first shots landed in the fight. Fortunately, Anubis landed on its wheels there, so it didn't do much. And there's another shot. Anubis just getting underneath Burnout here so consistently. Burnout unable to do anything. Out self-rights. Oh, and a missed shot there from Anubis. Oh, what a hit. Anubis letting Burnout come to it. Oh, there's another monster shot. It's crippling blow after crippling blow. The fact that Burnout's still driving is impressive. Anubis has landed almost all of its shots on the front. Credit to the durability of Burnout, but Anubis is just ripping away at the front of Burnout right now. Oh, there's a little flip from Anubis, but doesn't from Burnout, doesn't do much. Nice shot there from Anubis. And another sending Anubis, just keeps constantly hitting Burnout on its back. There's another big shot. And another, there goes one of the panels on the wedge on the front end of Burnout. Out 5 seconds left, Anubis absolutely dominating, and that's the end of the fight. And in one of the most one-sided judges' decisions I've ever seen, Anubis dominates to a win. Very strong showing out of Anubis after two disappointing performances in its previous two fights. I think they've done enough to get into the bracket, though we'll see how the bots above them, how it plays out with the bots above them. Should be interesting to see how this bracket lines up. Well, let's get into the next fight. And now we get to our first winner go home fight of the season. You see, I'm planning to do a Desperado tournament for this season. But the problem is, I have 16 bots, and for the last spot, I want to do an 8 bot bracket. Well, to clear up this issue, I've decided that since both of these bots are winless, the loser of this fight is eliminated outright, is done, is eliminated from the tournament, and does not get a spot in Desperado. So this is going to be basically a play-in fight for the Desperado tournament. And both of these bots have had rough seasons, but only one of these bots can win. Should be interesting. Then it should go to Twisted Fantasy because it has a wedge and it's more stable, though. I've seen crazier things happen, so let's get into the fight. Alright, let the bot battle begin. Both bots getting up to speed. Abacus going over to the corner, and there's the first shot of the fight. Abacus stuck on the wall a little bit, gets down using the spinner. A little shot from Twisted Fantasy there. Twisted Fantasy, keeping Abacus off balance, that's what you have to do against it. Abacus just trying to self-right, but having a tough time doing so. Nice shot from Twisted Fantasy. Abacus getting up to speed, going to the center of the ring. Nice hit. Oh, both bots sent flying. Abacus on its head. Floor flipper sends Twisted flying. Abacus needs to self-right. Ooh, and another shot. Abacus getting up to speed. Abacus. Oh, what a shot. Sent across the arena. And another. Oh my goodness, he's out of the arena. That's the end of the fight. Abacus wins. What a fight. Well, that was certainly unexpected. Abacus gets a win by out of the arena. Twisted Fantasy is out, and Abacus is able to get its way into the Desperado tournament. It'll be interesting to see how it does. And not much else to say, just kind of an impressive hit there. And let's get into the next fight. For our next fight, it's a pair of interesting flippers. It's Road Hazard versus Black Blizzard. Both of these spots have had their ups and downs this year. Uh, Black Blizzard having one of the only UDA victories this year, throwing out Raptor. Road Hazard's had is 2-1, but its one loss is the Valentine's Day Massacre, but one of its wins is over Rose Court, so isn't the best. We'll see how it does in this fight. Should be interesting. And let's get into it. All right, here we go. Let the flipper fight begin. Both bots coming right at each other. There's the first slip from Road Hazard. And another. And another flip out of Road Hazard. So far, very impressive performance out of Road Hazard. And a floor flipper shot separates the two. Black Blizzard coming in. Now what the hell is this? Oh, you got Road Hazard attacking upside down with those forks. I don't know why they don't just self-right, but it's pretty funny. Yeah, Road Hazard self-rights. Oh, missed flip by Black Blizzard. but Road Hazard needs a counter, and they do with the flip and another. Black Blizzard need to near the screws, and Road Hazard puts them in it. The screws tearing into them. Oh, they get out. Oh, Road Hazard misses putting them back in. Black Blizzard able to dodge Road Hazard there, but they're Road Hazard right back on them. Now being pushed into the saw. And another flip. So far, just a little bit under halfway through this fight. It's been all Road Hazard to this point. Black Blizzard's self-rights landing right on that flipper. Road Hazard's been in complete control of this fight. Now they're grabbing onto him a little bit. Oh, miss slip from Black Blizzard. And now the floor flipper going after Black Blizzard as well. And another flip. Black Blizzard cannot catch a break right now. Road Hazard chasing him down. Taking him towards the wall. Throws him right into the wall. What a flip there from Road Hazard. And another flip out of Road Hazard. Road Hazard dominating. He puts him back in the screws. He gets out. Self-rights. Right back onto the flipper. Another flip. Self-rights again. Road Hazard flips him again. This has been all Road Hazard. Black Blizzard has not landed a single flip on Road Hazard. The only time Road Hazard's even been flipped was by the floor flipper. Another flip into the wall. And another nice flip. And what a dominant performance. Winner by judge's decision is Road Hazard. One of the most convincing wins we've seen. Wow, so far both fights we've had go to the judges have just been absolute stomps. I mean, credit to Black Blizzard and Burnout for lasting 3 minutes, but this fight was all Road Hazard. I mean, Road Hazard was on Black Blizzard the whole fight. Even when Road Hazard was upside down for a little bit, they were still getting underneath Burnout, getting under Black Blizzard. So, Road Hazard looking very strong going into the tournament. And if I'm Black Blizzard, I'm feeling pretty worried. You're probably gonna have to go through the Desperado tournament, and that's gonna be a tough ride to get through just to get a fight against the #1 overall seed. So we'll see how both of these bots do going forward. Right, folks, our first matchup is between two bots looking to secure a spot in the playoffs. It's Draconis versus Jaguar. Draconis coming off of a loss to Valentine's Day Massacre in a very close fight. Draconis just barely lost. Meanwhile, Jaguar coming off of a win over Black Blizzard last week, looking to cement itself with a win over a quality bot. Both bots looking to improve their resume going in. Let's see how this fight plays out. Let the bot battle begin. A little miss grab there by Draconis. Now getting a grab there, but the floor flipper flips him over. And holding him there, Draconis releases. Little shot to the fork. Floor flipper action on Draconis, and Jaguar getting some shots to the underbelly. There goes a piece of one of the forks. And Draconis letting Jaguar get to the sides there. That could be something to watch. But Draconis has Jaguar in the corner. Picks him up. Has him up. Now taking him over towards the screws and drops him in. Oh, he might be stuck. Jaguar might be stuck. Let's see if the screws will reverse. Oh my goodness! He's stuck perfectly back there. This fight is
10,
gonna be over.
9,
The
8,
countdown is on.
7, 6, 5,
Jaguar
4,
has been done
3,
in.
2,
That is
1.
a
Knockout.
knockout. Winner by knockout is Draconis. Very impressive victory there. Didn't let Jaguar get a whole lot of shots in, never let it get up to speed. Just got that one grab perfectly on that drum, picked it up and dropped it perfectly behind the screws, and the screws did the rest, pinning Jaguar in place. Jaguar, on the other hand, this is the second time it's been knocked out this season. Only bot that's been knocked out this season inside the ring. Uh, Probably gonna have to go through the Desperado to get itself into the tournament. But we'll see how the seeding plays out. This is a very dangerous bot that's gotten unlucky twice now. For our next matchup, it's a pair of 1 and 2 bots looking to strengthen their resume and try to squeak into the playoffs without having to go through the Desperado. It's Radio Wave and Ace 5. Both of these bots are 1 and 2 going in, and both have fought Burnout. Ace 5 beating Burnout, Radio Wave losing the Burnout. Radio Wave's one win coming over Twisted Fantasy last week. Ace 5's win coming over the previously mentioned Burnout. Both these bots looking to right the ship here. We'll see how it plays out. Alright, here we go. Let the bot battle begin. Both bots meet in the center of the ring. They circle, and Ace 5 gets underneath and lands the first flip of the fight. Radio Wave up to speed. Turns to face Ace 5. The gyro gonna get Radio Wave in this fight, though. There's another flip. Radio Wave able to self-right. Radio Wave getting Ace 5 so far able to consistently get underneath him, but now there's a nice shot there. Radio Wave getting flipped again. So far it's been all Ace 5. And another flip. But Radio Wave getting to the side. Ace 5 backs off. Oh, no. And Ace 5 gets tripped up by the floor flipper. By the kill saw, I mean. And there's a flip from Ace 5. Ace 5 coming back in. Another flip. But Radio Wave counters with the shot. Both bots me in the middle, about halfway through. So far it's been all Ace 5. There's another flip. Ace 5 coming back in. Miss slip there from Radio Wave, and there's a floor flipper shot. And another. This has been all Ace 5 to this point. Another flip. Ace 5 absolutely dominating here. Oh, but 8 Radio Wave counters, gets a wheel guard off, it looks like. That's been Radio Wave's first sufficient shot. They made it count. Misslip there from Ace 5. Meeting in the middle. Oh, there goes a shot. There goes another wheel guard. There goes the rest of that wheel guard. Now pushing him towards the saw. Putting him in. Another flip. And that is going to be the end of the fight. Winner by judge's decision is Ace 5. Absolutely dominant this week. After a very slow start to start the year, it has come back with two dominant victories over Burnout and Radio Wave to close out its season. Looking really good, especially considering the two bots and its loss to have both gone undefeated to this point. We'll see about Exoskeleton and Valentine's Day Massacre later on. Though Ace 5, though Radio Wave hasn't had the best season coming in. Coming in, we thought it was going to be a contender this year. It's only won one fight, and it's against the bot that literally lost the fight, lost all of its fights. So it's gonna be hard for Radio. Radio is gonna have to go through that Desperado tournament to have a shot at the main tournament. But we'll see. Alright, for our next fight, we have two bots on the up and coming. And it's Effigy and Exoskeleton. Exoskeleton sitting at 3-0 right now after three pretty convincing victories, even a victory over Anubis last week. Meanwhile, Effigy coming off of a loss last week against Corrosive, where it literally got split into multiple pieces. Effigy looking for a bounce back, Exoskeleton looking to cement itself. Only something has to give here. Let's find out. Alright. Let the bot battle begin. Effigy coming out aggressive. Iv looking to get towards the side. Exoskeleton just trying to keep it under control. Effigy getting pushed back and flipped upside down. Now Exoskeleton getting to the back and gets a saw shot to the back of Effigy. That flame is already going, and that's going to be a key factor in this fight, is when Exoskeleton gets under Effigy like that, it's going to start cooking away at that wedge of Effigy. And there goes another shot there. Here, Exoskeleton using its saw to do a serious amount of damage to Effigy. And now damaging the spinner, it looks like, as that spinner is no longer white. Oh, but there goes the saw of Exoskeleton. That is big damage and a nice ram by Effigy. Exoskeleton needs to go back on the offensive. Down that saw, it's gonna need to use that arm to control. Gonna need to use its flame as its primary weapon now, and use that arm as a self-rider in a way to get out of situations. This little saw shot on Effigy, pushing him along. Both bots at the center of the ring. Going at him. Oh, and a nice shot there from the arm to stop the spinner of Effigy. That flame continuing to go to work. Exoskeleton flipped over itself rights immediately. Oh, but the screw's going after Effigy now. Effigy, other than getting the saw off of Exoskeleton, hasn't really done much throughout this fight. Now pushing him onto Screws. Screws reverse, but it was a nice ram there, showing a lot of control. Exoskeleton and backs up, pushing him towards the saw. Oh, unable to deliver this strike. Now pushing him some more. Effigy backs off, looking to reset and find another angle. It cannot get past that front end of Exoskeleton. Now pushing him towards the wall, and now he's on his head. Exoskeleton pinning him there. 10 seconds left. It's been quite the interesting fight. It'll be close, good, interesting to see who wins this. That's the end of it. Winner by judge's decision is Exoskeleton. And capping off an undefeated run by Exoskeleton. Very impressive in this field. Exoskeleton dominated most of the fight. Effigy, other than getting the saw of Exoskeleton off, didn't do a whole lot. It didn't impede the Exoskeleton from doing damage because the flame was constantly going the whole fight, and Exoskeleton pretty much dominated the whole fight. I mean, other than Exoskeleton's saw getting ripped off, Effigy did not do a single thing. Exoskeleton looking really good to get a high seed in the bracket. Meanwhile, Effigy is sitting very low, sitting at the fringe of the Desperado in main tournament. It'll be interesting to see where they end up. Well, before the main event, we have one last throwaway fight. It's Rose Quartz versus Raptor. Uh, both these spots coming in at 1 and 2 somehow, and both of their wins are over Abacus, so not the best strength of schedule, but should be interesting to see how it plays out.
Fight. This is gonna be the best
Gonna be
fight I've ever seen in my life. I think I'm gonna have to go with Rose Quartz because yeah, I don't think Raptor can actually catch a break. Oh, never mind. Maybe it will. Big spin. Oh wait, it can do damage? No. Wait, that's a oh. Wait, that's actually kind of OP. Rose Quartz could be kind of OP. It's literally doing damage to the wedge and it's not even doing anything. It's like standing still and do damage. Oh. I wonder how the damage physics work in this game, like the damage engine, like there's like a 1 in 5 chance of doing damage. Corrosive. Polybus? Why? How? How does Polybus do more damage on Rose Quartz? Actually, that kind of makes okay, it kind of makes sense because it's just a giant tooth, but yeah. Luke's here. Raw.
Yeah, no.
Syrup, you're good. You're fine. I arrived like 5 minutes late, and my fight already was done.
Hi.
Rah! In the corner. Oh nah.
Hey,
How do you feel about that, Spook? How do you feel about that?
if in that,
Hey, can I pass? Hey, I'll drive for you. I'll drive. I'll drive for you. I'll drive.
I can't do, I
Please.
can't.
I got you. I'll do 5 push-ups right now.
I
If you let me drive it.
can't.
How many push-ups?
I
5,000. Alright, I'll start. I'll do 50. That means I could drive for like 6 seconds. So if I do 500 push-ups, I could drive for like 6 seconds. Bet. Or 50. Alright, I'm sending you my thoughts and prayers, Spook.
The winner by judge's decision is Raptor. I mean, it controlled the whole fight. Rose Quartz really couldn't do much, and yeah, that's pretty much the whole fight. Fuck you. Alright, everyone, it's the moment you've been waiting for. It's time for tonight's main event. For our first bot, it's the undefeated hammer of Valentine's Day Massacre. Coming in off of after wins over Ace 5, Road Hazard, and Draconis is looked very strong in all of its victories, and it's looking to get the #1 overall seed. Meanwhile, our Season 1 champion Corrosive is looking to also cement itself as the 1 seed, coming off of wins over Corrosive, Abacus, and Effigy. Now, both of these bots have been very good all season, and the winner of this fight will have clinched the #1 overall seed in the bracket. Only one way to see who's gonna win, though. Let's get into this fight. Alright, here we go. Let the battle for the 1 seed begin. Corrosive trying to get up to speed, not Valentine's Day Massacre, not really letting him though. VDM getting Corrosive getting underneath. Valentine's Day Massacre doing a pretty good job of not letting Corrosive get up to speed, and there's another shot. Corrosive getting up to speed. Oh, and a nice shot there. VDM right back on him, using that wedge to deflect Corrosive. And another. VDM landing a lot of hammer shots so far. Corrosive trying to use its back end to push Valentine's Day Massacre around because it's having spinner issues, it's looking like. That could be something to watch. Now pushing towards the wall. Now sweeping the spinner underneath. A nice shot by Corrosive. Oh, and the floor flipper taking a shot at Corrosive here. Corrosive keeping him against the wall, and another shot. Corrosive getting to the back now. And VDN continues to pile on those hammer shots, still being very aggressive. Corrosive getting hammered in the corner, getting pinned here. Corrosive trying to spin away. Oh, what a shot. There goes one of the forks off of Corrosive. Another shot by VDM, and another. Corrosive now getting away. Oh, it's getting up to full speed. Here we go. Corrosive up to full speed finally. Here we go. VDM backing off. Uh-oh, here we go. Big hit. Now, Corrosive now starting to find where it should have been doing earlier. Getting up to speed. And another big shot. That wedge is absorbing those hits impressively well. Oh, what a hit. The main event is coming to a close. The regular season is coming to a close. Who will claim the 1 seed? The winner in an extremely close judge's decision, Valentine's Day Massacre. That means Valentine's Massacre is the #1 overall seed in the bracket. This was an extremely close fight. Very good matchup, but it came down to Valentine's Day Massacre just being on top of Corrosive for most of the fight and not letting Corrosive get up to speed and get those big hits till late in the fight. And that's going to do it here. But first, we have to reveal some things. For one, we have our bracket for this year's tournament. So, let's reveal it. Well, of course, our #1 overall seed is Valentine's Day Massacre. Then it falls like this. The #2 seed is Exoskeleton. The #3 seed is Corrosive. The #4 seed is Road Hazard. The #5 seed is Draconis. The #6 seed is Ace 5. The #7 seed is Anubis. Now, you see that 8th spot there. That's where things get tricky. You see, there, I, there are some. We had so many bots that didn't do so well this season got out to slow starts, but finished well toward the end of the season. I decided to do a Desperado tournament. The winner of this tournament gets a one last shot at the bracket. The bots competing in this tournament are Effigy, Abacus, Jaguar, Rose Quartz, Black Blizzard, Burnout, Raptor, and Radio Wave. The winner of that tournament will become the number 8 seed and will fight VDM in the tournament. That will be playing out next week on Brightbots. Stay tuned for more. I'm Dr. Bright. That's been Brightbots.